Hello, 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 and welcome to Self-Care Sunday. For those of you who may be new around here, Self-Care Sunday is restorative yoga, followed by some guided meditation, followed by a lovely sound bath experience. Now, in restorative yoga, we engage our parasympathetic nervous system. Trauma is a very physical ailment, and when you treat your nervous system, you are treating your trauma. And restorative flow is perfectly acceptable for anyone who has never even done yoga before. It's not particularly hard. All of the postures are very, very easy, very simple to do. We do rely on the use of props during restorative flow to help us hold those postures for longer periods of time, but all of the props that I have can be substituted with any regular household props. So I have my yoga mat, which can be any towel or blanket. I have another blanket on the top of my mat for extra padding and comfort, especially on the knees. I have another blanket at the head of my mat, so we have some nice cushioning up at the head. I have my yoga bolster, which can be any full-size pillow that you have. Any pillow will do as a yoga bolster, honestly. And then I have two yoga blocks, which can be substituted with any two smaller pillows that you happen to have lying around. I apologize in advance for any dog noises that may make them way into this live stream. We do have Beast over here, and he is being a little bit of a menace today. Okay, now in this practice, we utilize the use of a sankalpa, and a sankalpa is a Sanskrit word in yogic philosophy derived from the roots san, which means highest truth, and kalpa, which means vow or promise. Sankalpa is a vow to our most authentic self. More than just a passing resolution, it expresses an innate resolve from the spirit, a heartfelt intention, or a declaration of our purpose. And our sankalpa for the night is, or for this session, I should say, for anyone who is watching on YouTube, watching the rerun on YouTube, my in-breath fills me with joy and contentment. My out-breath brings sweet relief. I honor my own sacred rhythm. I follow the path to peace. That being said, we're going to go ahead and get started on our backs today. Allowing the legs to fall long down the mat. Feeling the body sinking. Allowing yourself to become soft through the body. Finding a moment of stillness here. We may begin to become more aware of our breath. Noticing how our belly softly rises and falls with each breath that we take. Allowing each breath to be easy and effortless. Tuning into our own cycle of breathing. in-breath fills me with peace and contentment. My out-breath brings sweet relief. I honor my own divine rhythm. I follow the path to peace. And from here, we can bring the bottoms of our feet up to the mat. And gently beginning to windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Going just as far as your body says it's comfortable. Remembering to listen to your own body throughout your practice. Honoring what your individual body wants or needs throughout your practice. Gently beginning to wake up the spine here. And maybe we begin to link our breathing with our movement. Breathing in as our legs go one way. Breathing out as our legs go the other way. Nice, soft, gentle movements. My in-breath fills me with peace and contentment. My out-breath brings sweet relief. I honor my own divine rhythm. I follow the path to peace. And from here, we're going to go ahead and bring the knees into the chest, wrapping our arms around them. And if this is feeling particularly good on the back, and you are getting what you need out of this posture right here, you are free to stay right here. You are also free to explore some movement, rocking the body from side to side. Using the weight of your body to give your back a nice little massage. Leaning into any areas of tension that you may be finding. My in-breath fills me with joy and contentment. My out-breath brings sweet relief. I honor my own divine rhythm. I follow the path to peace. And after we return to center, we're going to go ahead and grab our knees with our hands. And we can begin to start circling out the legs. Again, only going as far as the body wants to go. Gently releasing any tension stored within the hips. And our hips are a space where we store a lot of our trauma and our emotions. So as we make our way through these motions, we are just gently releasing everything that we are currently storing there. My in-breath fills me with joy and contentment. My out-breath brings sweet relief. I honor my own divine rhythm. I follow the path to peace. And when we find ourselves back in center, this time we are going to go ahead and go in the opposite direction, circling in the opposite direction that we were just going. Waking up the hips. Connecting with the energy that's there. And again, maybe we are linking our breath with our movements. Breathing in as we go one way. Or maybe breathing in for one full circle. And breathing out for another full circle. My in-breath fills me with joy and contentment. My out-breath brings sweet relief. I honor my own divine rhythm. I follow the path to peace. And as we end, we can bring our feet back down to the ground. And now we're just going to allow the legs to fall gently down to the right side. Finding ourselves in a twist. And maybe now is a good time to go ahead and find your goddess arms. Opening up through the chest, opening through the heart from this twisted position. And you may leave your head in a neutral position. If you would like a little extra twisting, you can go ahead and twist your head in the opposite direction of your legs. My in-breath fills me with joy and contentment. My out-breath brings sweet relief. I honor my own divine rhythm. I follow the path to peace. Now we're going to completely roll over to our right side, bringing our left hand down to the mat or the ground, whatever. Gently lifting ourselves up, flipping ourselves over, and finding ourselves in a tabletop. Neutral spine, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We're just going to gently sway the bottom from side to side. waking up the spine even more. And when we find our way back into neutral, we are going to start with some chakrafakasana or cat and cow flow. When we breathe in, we are going to arch ourselves into cat. When we breathe out, we are going to find our way into cow. And the wonderful thing about chakrafakasana flow is that it stimulates the energy in all of our energy centers, bringing them all into balance. Now, breathing in, finding our cat. Breathing out, finding our cow. Breathing in, finding our cat. Breathing out, finding our cow. My in-breath fills me with joy and contentment. My out-breath brings sweet relief. I honor my own sacred rhythm. I follow the path to peace. And when we find ourselves back into a neutral position, we can go ahead and take our bolster or our pillows, whatever we happen to be working with. We're going to line them up right where our head is going to be. We're going to bring our forehead down onto our bolster or our pillow. We're going to bring our arms up behind us. And we're just going to go ahead and stay in this position for a little while. Now, if you find this is uncomfortable, or it's just not agreeing with your body at all, and you would like to try doing this just with your head down on the mat, this is also an option.
And from here, we can gently lift ourselves up.
We are going to touch our toes together. We are going to spread our knees the width of our mat or our towel or a blanket, whatever we might be working with. And now we're going to put the bolster or pillow, whatever we have, the long way underneath us, setting ourselves up for a supported child, a supported balasana. And it's going to be an extended balasana. So we're going to put our hands or arms out long ways. The easiest way to do this is going to be to have your head kind of hanging over your bolster or your pillow, whatever you have. If that's not something that works for you, you're free to also just put your head off to the side, trying to remember to alternate between sides so you're keeping that balance. And whenever you're ready, finding your balasana. And from here, we can gently lift ourselves off of our pillow or our bolster, whatever it is we are working with. Moving the props off to the side. We're going to come back into a neutral tabletop. This time we're just going to go ahead and do some hip circles. Circling the hips in one direction. My in-breath fills me with joy and contentment. My out-breath brings sweet relief. I honor my own sacred rhythm. I follow the path to peace. And when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and just circle the hips in the opposite direction of whatever direction you are just going. And when you find yourself back into neutral, we are going to drop the hips down to our right side. And we're going to gently lower ourselves down, bringing our torso into a twist in the opposite direction of the one we did before. Again, finding our goddess arms or our cactus arms to find some opening through the heart. And if you would like a little bit more of a twist out of this, you can go ahead and just turn your head in the opposite direction of your legs. My in-breath fills me with joy and contentment. My out-breath brings sweet relief. I honor my own sacred rhythm. I follow the path to peace. Allowing the body to really sink into the pose. Now we can go ahead and bring the feet down to the mat, taking ourselves out of our twist. Now we can go ahead and grab our bolster or our pillow, whatever we have. And we are just going to gently lift up the hips, sliding our bolster or our pillow underneath them. And then gently allowing the hips to sink in to your bolster or your pillow. Finding ourselves in a supported bridge pose. Again, connecting with the breath. Watching the rise and fall of the belly. My in-breath fills me with joy and contentment. My out-breath brings sweet relief. I honor my own sacred rhythm. I follow the path to peace. And from here, you can scoot your bolster down from under your hips or your pillow, whatever you have, until it falls under your knees, allowing your legs to drape comfortably.
over the cushioning. And you are free to stay here as your final resting pose, if this is feeling especially comfortable for you. You are also free to remove any props you may be utilizing. Allowing the legs to go long. As you find yourself into your Shavasana, allowing the body to sink in to the mat, feeling the earth support you. You are free to close your eyes if you haven't already. And if that is something that you are feeling called to do. Allow your body to settle into a deep stillness. Invite your attention to focus on your breath. Allow the breath to be full and effortless. Now, let's use the attention and breath to sweep through the body, inviting calm and ease into every part of ourselves. Begin with your awareness at the bottom of your feet. As you inhale, visualize or feel yourself drawing the breath in through the feet. Moving it up through the legs, the torso, the neck and the head. And as you exhale, imagine or feel your breath sweeping down through the body. Go, go. Inhaling up, sweeping the body, clearing any tension away. Exhaling down, spreading calm with the soft brush of the breath moving through you. Now focus on the legs. Imagine the breath sweeping through and around the legs, clearing away any tightness and fatigue. And now sweeping the breath through the hips with gentleness and ease. Feeling calm and relaxation spreading through the hips as you breathe. Breathing in and out. Now sweeping the torso, clearing out any tension that may be stored there. Use the awareness to sweep through the mind, sweeping and breathing front to back, then side to side, sweeping away, repeating thoughts, stubborn notions, unhelpful worries, and untrue old stories. See the lens of your mental perceptions clarified. Sweep through the eyes, clearing out painful things that you have witnessed. Sweep through the ears, clearing out hurtful things that you have heard. Clearing away anything that may still be lingering. Now sweep through the mouth and the throat, gently sweeping out anything that blocks the expression of your true nature. And breathe into and through heart space, clearing space for forgiveness, healing, and conscious love. Now rest in this place of peace. And whenever you're ready, you may begin to invite some movement back into the body. Maybe start by wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes. And maybe gently rolling over to one side as you make your way into a comfortable seated position. Now we may bring our hands together at heart center, and I will conclude tonight's practice with the Sanskrit words Jai Ma, which means victory to the mother. Jai Ma. Thank you so much for showing up to tonight's practice. I hope you liked tonight's flow as much as I enjoyed doing it with you. If you did not catch this full flow, or you would like to do it again because you enjoyed it so much, I will be uploading it to YouTube right after I shut everything down here, and it will be available to do any day of the week. So I will go ahead and get started with that, but you guys have an amazing evening, and I will see you all tomorrow morning for our next morning Reiki session. Good night.